Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be throwing a super fun Summerween party using Dollar Tree items. I figured what better way to say goodbye to summer and hello to fall than by throwing a really fun Summerween party. And if you are new here, I would love to have you join us by subscribing down below. I figured we would start the video with the Dollar Tree haul and then move into the DIYs. So I just wanted to share what I did pick up at Dollar Tree. And one of the first things were these tiki cups. I thought they would be perfect for drinks, but also really nice for little candlelight holders if you want to add some flameless candles in there. The theme I decided to go with was Haunted Luau. So of course I had to pick up all the Hawaiian themed items, including the leis. I did also get some of these flamingos. I love a flamingo for the summertime. They are just so fun and cute, so I did pick up a few different ones for decor. And when I was shopping for items at Dollar Tree, I did kind of just try to either keep it in the same theme or in the same color family. That way they all went together. And Dollar Tree didn't have anything specifically for Summerween, so we will be doing a few super simple DIYs. One of those DIYs is going to be turning this summertime banner into a custom Summerween banner, and it is so simple. I also did pick up some of these paper cutouts. They had a few different packs, so I got both. I figured I could just mix and match them. And of course, like I mentioned before, anything flamingo, I of course had to add to my basket. Every party needs a photo backdrop wall, and I figured that one would be perfect for this party. And I couldn't pass up on these coconut drink holders. They really just do scream Hawaiian luau to me, and I knew they would be perfect. I also did pick up this pineapple plate here. We will be using that for a DIY. And I also did pick up some of these paper lanterns. I got two different patterns. The one with the colorful waves, that's going to match the tablecloth that I got. And then I also did pick up two of these just plain orange ones because I wanted to turn these ones into jack-o'-lantern lanterns, so we will be doing that later as well. Dollar Tree also had some really fun inflatables, and I just thought that these would be great to add to the pool. And this was the tablecloth that I was talking about before. It matches that lantern perfectly, so I just figured they would be great just to kind of coordinate together. And if you are throwing a Summerween party, not everything has to be Halloween or Summerween themed. Just add a few elements here and there, and it really does tie it all together. Dollar Tree has had this little light up flamingo for a few years now, and I just think he is so cute. And I knew that these would be perfect. These balloons, they have the watermelon in them, they have the strawberries, and you can even add a little jack-o'-lantern face to the balloon if you want to. Now, I did want to share a few items that I picked up at Walmart. Now, these of course are not from Dollar Tree. They are a little bit more expensive, but they are only $3 each. So I really felt like that was such a great buy for these. And they are Halloween, or rather Summerween specific. So they have the jack-o'-melon as well as the pineapple. And then these balloons are also from Walmart. They were in their, I guess, their dollar plus section. I'm not really sure what they call it, but they had a lot of items that were pretty inexpensive. These ones were only $1 each. They are a really large foil balloon, and they do come with the straw that you can just fill it up with air, which makes it super convenient. Now in that area, they did also have this watermelon here, and I was so excited to see this because it is a carvable watermelon. And when I pulled the sticker back, I saw that little red pink color, which made me so excited because I knew when we carved into it, we were going to get that beautiful color on the inside. This one was $10, but I know that I can just reuse this one every summer, and I just knew it would make a really fun prop. Walmart did also have this smaller little light up jack-o'-melon. This one I believe was $5. I'm not positive. I took the tag off already, but I just knew it would be perfect table decor, and it really does have a nice glow to it. It's hard to see here in the daytime, but at nighttime it's really, really pretty. And then I also did find a few items at Home Goods. This ghost on the float was an immediate add to cart for me. I actually saw it on someone's Instagram and I was hunting it down. I was so happy when I found it. And I also did pick up this light up pineapple. Now you can just carve your own real pineapple, but I figured this would be a little bit more simple. Before we jump into the DIYs, I just did want to blow up these items so I could show them to you. So that is the flamingo. Here is the pineapple. This one's almost like a little mini raft. It looks really cute when it's floating around the pool though. And then I also did blow up those beach balls from Walmart, and those were really large. It's kind of hard to see here how big they are, but they're so fun. I love that it has the jack-o'-lantern face on them, and they just make the cutest decor. Now, the first thing I wanted to put together was this flamingo. Now, I have to tell you guys, this one was a little bit of a flop for me. It wasn't holding up too well. I was really excited for this one. I thought it was so cute. You just put the fan together first and then you attach it to the body. It does come with a little clip that you can use just to attach the body to the fan portion. And then you have this little fuzzy arm for him that you just use the double-sided tape for. And to put it together was actually really simple. But the problem happens when you try to hang it up by the string on the fan. You'll see the head is just really kind of just falling over. It just has a hard time just standing up. So this one was kind of a bit of a miss for me. It is really cute, but you will have to make sure to hang it up flat against a wall if you do want that head to just stay upright. Next, let's get started on our first DIY, and like I mentioned before, this one is super simple. So you'll see here in this banner it says summertime, and I want to switch it to Summerween. So we do need 2 of these banners for this. We're basically just going to use the word summer, and then from time I am going to be using that M and E. We're basically going to flip the M upside down to create a W, and then we're going to use that E and then this second E for the second part of the word Summerween. And then for the N, I'm actually going to take the U from summer on the second banner and just also flip that upside down. Once I just took my first one out of the pack, I just laid it down flat, and I actually do want to remove that little palm tree in the center of summer and time because I want to use both of the palm trees from the 2 banners just to bookend the word Summerween, so I will be reusing that as well. So this is our M, and we're just going to flip this upside down, add 2 holes using a hole punch, and then add it back onto our banner for our W. Once we add our W on, then we can get the E from the first banner that we took off, and then also the second E from the second banner. So I'm just going to go ahead, add those, and then again I am going to be using that U from the second banner. We're going to flip it upside down to create the letter N. Then I just added the palm trees to each side, and here is our custom Summerween banner, and it only took a few minutes to put together. Next, we have to get our flamingos ready for the luau, and to do this, I'm just going to take this rainbow lei, and it is really large, so I am just going to basically find the center point and cut this in half. I want to create 2 smaller leis, that way I can give 1 to each of my flamingos. So once you cut it, you're just going to see that there is a string. Just tie it together to make these 2 smaller ones. You can even remove some of the flowers if you want to make it a little bit smaller, and it just adds a little bit of dressiness to the flamingo. For our pineapple plate here, I wanted to give him the jack-o'-lantern face, and the easiest way to do that is with vinyl. Now I do have a Cricut, so I was able to just cut out this on my Cricut cutting machine, but if you do not have a Cricut, just pick up some of the black vinyl from Dollar Tree. They have it in the crafter's square, and you can just cut it out in whichever shape you like. Luckily, these shapes are pretty simple, just some triangles and a little mouth, and it's basically just sticker paper. So once you cut it out in whichever shape you like, just peel off the paper backing and you can add it onto your plate. For years when I was creating DIYs, I did not have a Cricut, and that is exactly what I did. I would either just trace my design onto my vinyl paper, or I would just freehand cut it if it was something simple and just use it like sticker paper. That way I can customize things without having a cutting machine. Now I'm going to use that same method on our next 2 DIYs. So for this one here, I did just want to cut out a really simple jack-o'-lantern face for our lantern. I did want to mention though that these lanterns do need batteries. They need 2 AAA batteries. They don't come with the batteries, unfortunately. You do have to add your own. I'm going to show it to you with the batteries in it at the end. But if you're doing your party in the daytime, you really don't have to add batteries. These are really cute decor just on their own. But of course, if it is going to be a nighttime party, they do look beautiful lit up as well. We are going to be making a couple of snacks, but before we do, I wanted to just add some of our decor pieces outside so we could see how it was looking. And already it's looking so fun and just a little bit spooky. So now let's move on to our carvable watermelon. Now this one is pretty straightforward. These are just like those carvable pumpkins that we have seen for years. And I actually did make a little stencil for myself with this one. You can just freehand it, you can trace it with a pencil, but I didn't really trust myself and I didn't want to mess it up. So I just did cut out a stencil on my Cricut. That way I could just add the face with the vinyl and then use my hot knife to cut it out. Now I do recommend a hot knife when you are using these carvable watermelons or pumpkins. It does just kind of cut it a lot more seamlessly and you get that beautiful crisp edge. And to light it up, I'm going to be using these little light pucks. These I bought last year for Halloween. I love them. I will leave them linked down below. They're just from Amazon, but I believe they come in a 4-pack. They have different light settings. You can have the flicker or the solid light, and they came in so handy last year for all of my faux pumpkins as well as the real pumpkins that we did carve. Now that our DIYs are done, let's move on to some really easy snacks. So for this first one, I'm just using a Dollar Tree platter as well as these Dollar Tree cups. I wanted to keep the colors really fun to just really match that luau theme. Now first, I'm going to go in with some chocolate pudding. This is just some instant Jello pudding that I made earlier, and now we're just going to add a little bit to each cup. Then I'm just going to take some Oreos, crush them up in a big bag, and then just spoon a little bit into each cup. So we're making Hawaiian dirt cups. They are just really fun, a little bit spooky, but also really yummy. I ended up doing 2 layers of each. For some reason, my camera did not record me adding my second layer of pudding, but basically I just did the base pudding layer. Then I added some of those crushed Oreos, or in this case, the dirt. Then I added another layer of the chocolate pudding, and then finally I just topped it off with a little bit more of our crushed Oreos. And of course, we have to add some of these beautiful, vibrant jelly worms on top so they can be our little worms in our dirt cups. And then just to make sure that it was fully on theme, I'm gonna go ahead and add a few of these umbrellas. These are the ones from Dollar Tree. These are great for drinks. They just look so fun, and they just add that little bit of whimsy to whatever you add them to. Next, we're going to make some orange floats. So for this, I went with another one of the Dollar Tree platters and those same cups, but this time we're going to be using them in orange. And I did use my Cricut just to cut out some little jack-o'-lantern faces. Now, if you don't have the Cricut, of course, like I mentioned earlier, you can just use the vinyl paper and cut it out by hand, or something a little bit easier is just to use a black Sharpie marker on these plastic cups. That will work as well. So first, I'm just going to add a scoop of vanilla ice cream, and then we're just going to top it off with some orange soda. So simple, but it looks so cute in these little jack-o'-lantern cups, and it tastes just like a creamsicle, which is perfect for any Summerween party. Now let's head outside and see how everything came together. I did actually end up grilling as well for this Summerween party, and we made burgers, and with the slices of cheese that we put on top, we did cut out little jack-o'-lantern faces. Unfortunately, I did not get any footage of that, but it is just a really simple way to add a little bit of Summerween fun to your barbecue as well. This was the perfect way to end summer and just get everyone really excited for the upcoming season of fall and Halloween. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this Summerween Dollar Tree video. If you did, please do give it a big thumbs up. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, you can just click on my picture right here. Thank you so much for watching.